livened up here. We might have lost, but we won. In my dreams. I'm going to share this around here. So, Kansas City's up by 7.
It's tied up. Denver just scored.
Can you imagine that missed field goal in that Cleveland game? How much money that transferred to people's pockets from out of one pocket to another.
And look, hey, they just missed the extra point here. Denver just missed it.
These extra points ain't no joke.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're not, like, easy.
Yeah. Well, I got a diatribe brewing inside my soul about yesterday. I'm going to get to it here in a minute.
What happened?
What do you mean what happened? Get the hell beat out of us. That's what happened.
Yeah, they did get their tails whooped yesterday, Bobby.
Let me get this shared up here.
Hey, but you know, there's one little thing that I was always taught, and it goes with your everyday life. And what we're doing is called the show must go on.
Yeah, but it's a tough pill to swallow. 14 years in a row, man. 14.
Yep, 14 years of the same coach.
You nailed it right on the nail right on the head right there. There ain't hardly a dime's worth of difference, is there? I like Jeremy Pruitt better than I like the other two. But you know what? I'm going to get into that when we start this show. I want to know what the people think. Because we got a lot of experts that watch us, Billy. Did you know that? We got more coaches and more general managers and athletic directors watching the Volunteer Roadshow than all of NCAA football put together. Did you know that?
Hey, I've seen it, but I don't know it. I've heard about it, but I don't know it.
I'm serious.
What? I mean, who are they? What are they? What? Name some of them.
Well, we got some construction workers that moonlight as coaches. We've got some car salesmen that moonlight as athletic director, and truck drivers. Me, I'm a coach. I got all kinds of experience. We got that shared out there. Well, anyway, we're watching. What game are we watching right now, Billy?
I don't know. I keep switching it back and forth. I think I have it on, let's see, the Broncos and who are the Broncos playing? KC.
You know, Crying Ryan begged me. He even offered me a bribe for me not to pick the Chiefs to win because he said that bad luck that I jinx everybody. And we're going to get into my picks here in a minute. And Billy's picks. Same old, same old. Let's get this thing on the road. What's up, Facebook? What's up, YouTube? What's up, Twitter? What's up, VolunteerRoadshow.com? Who else we got to say what's up to? Oh, What's Up is our new Friday show. What's up? I forgot to get the dang sound effects on the board.
Did. You forgot to download it.
I'm going to do that after the show. We got more important issues coming up here in a minute.
Yeah,
so we got to get our festivities out of the way.
I forgot all about that. What time they come on?
6:30, in about another hour or so. We got time to kick the can down the road a little bit. Well, we want to thank our sponsors, Blue Water Climate Control, veteran-owned, locally owned. They sponsor a lot of UT athletic media, sports media stuff. And Jeremy down there, we're working on doing a lunchtime show at Blue Water Climate Control. I'm going down there tomorrow to set up taking another soundboard down there and talking to them, get some of their people. They're excited. They're big Tennessee fans down there, Billy.
Oh, yeah.
That one fella that's the foreman down there, he couldn't believe it when you walked through the door. They didn't care if I walked through the door, but when you walked through the door, it's like they seen a ghost. That's Billy freaking Ratliff.
Yeah, I don't believe that, guys.
Bull crap.
They was excited that Catfish was in the house.
I don't know about all that. But he gave us a medallion for the USS Tennessee. We thank everybody in the military. Thank Hound Dogs of Knoxville. We might be even on the billboard. Has anybody been through on 40 eastbound towards town from Watt Road to Campbell Station? There used to be a Hound Dogs billboard there. Well, we're splitting it with them, and it was supposed to have been up this week. So anybody that rides through there and y'all see my pretty face and Billy's pretty face up on a billboard, let us know. I want to know if it's up. It's a little too far of a drive for us to go over and check it out. But we're moving on up, Billy.
Well, hey, I want to go check it out myself. Like, we need to go out there and see where it's located at and take a picture of it.
Yeah, it's just as you go up the grade there on the right.
Matter of fact, when we get off the show, let's go out there.
We might do that. Well, anyway, I'm going to check out YouTube's. See what they're all upset about over here.
I can't be upset, Bobby.
Oh, you know they are. There's Crying Ryan Chiefs. He's pissed about. What are you mad about? Golly, Ryan. Alan V, great Georgia fan. Killer Mime. He said, hey, Billy. Hey, Catfish.
What's going on, Killer Mime?
Holly Thompson. I hadn't seen that one in a while. That name in a while. How y'all doing? Well, we don't have not one Tennessee fan on YouTube's. We overrun with these sorry, no good Georgia fans and one delusional Gator fan who thinks that Trask is the best quarterback in college football. We know that's bull crap. Oh, there's a UT fan, Andrew Parker. Good to see you. Hey, we're going to be drawing out some prizes. We gave out a bunch of them yesterday, and you got to remind me. I've got to get the print the labels for those that came in last night.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Did you actually get any?
Yeah, I got a couple of them.
Okay,
and some of them didn't respond. I guess they didn't want their prize, or maybe they weren't listening. But I'm going to be drawing out a volunteerroadshow.com profile. Just go register for a profile. And we'll be picking out some winners from that. Well, anyway, do we want to go over my picks first? I don't know if I want to do that.
Hey, get it out the way,
man. I don't know how I was so horrible. Billy.
What's up, Bob?
This might be my most disappointing in all my pick weeks.
Well, Bobby, I don't like saying it.
I had the smartest bets ever.
I love smart bets.
Uh-oh. Denver sacked Mahomes or somebody.
That's Chubbs.
Man, Patrick Mahomes a chump. But anyway, my bets, man, I've been picking smart, trying to get people rent money. You know what? I ought to look at it like the glass is half full. If you're picking opposite of me, I made a bunch of people rich this weekend. And see, a lot of people don't have faith in my picks. So deep down, I know I made a lot of people money. So my Alabama one, I was way off. Clemson done me dirty. They've been covering every week. And I said, you know what? I thought I took Syracuse again, but I took Clemson and they didn't cover.
Hey, the paper don't lie.
I thought Nebraska was going to, come out and cover that 27 against Ohio State. Man, it wasn't even close. I took Ole Miss, and they got screwed at the end. So I should get that one. Even though it didn't show up on the scoreboard, I should get credit for that one. Because that ball hit that on that punt. That hit that guy's hand and went in the end zone. Kentucky done me dirty. I thought they was going to come out and beat Missouri.
They lost, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Big time. They only scored 10 points.
Outright loss.
Their offense is anemic. It's pathetic.
And then I told you I was going to give you the last two, right?
South Carolina, LSU. I got the LSU one.
Yeah, you got the LSU and the Notre Dame.
And the Notre Dame. See, I made somebody some money.
Now, if we go over that to those over and unders what we pick.
Yeah, you did good on them, bro. I think you're cheating. I don't know how, but if you could cheat and get away with it, I know you would.
Man, it's pointless to cheat, Bobby. Cheating never gets you anywhere. You always end up back at the same spot you started when you cheat. Nowhere.
You got Facebook up? You want to pull up some of them on Facebook?
Let's go ahead back over to Facebook here. Let's see, Mike Robergi, he telling us like his picks from this week. He said he had Pittsburgh Steelers won today. Yep, they pulled it out because they I thought they was going to let.
What was the point spread on that one?
Tennessee was, I think they was favored by
About
1.5,
and they lost.
Yeah. And he said it, but I should not have picked Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, I wouldn't touch Dallas.
What happened there? I wasn't watching that.
Yeah, until they find a quarterback to come in there. I don't know what they're going to do because right now they are in trouble if they don't find a quarterback soon. Yeah, he had Pittsburgh, New Orleans Saints, Green Bay Packers, the Lions, and Seahawks. Let's see here. And so far he's won. Well, all of the teams he picked here have won today, except for Dallas, he said. And he got the Seahawks tonight.
Who's going to win that game?
I'm going to go with, I don't know.
I think Seahawks going to win that.
No, I haven't looked at it enough to
Who they playing? Cardinals, ain't it? Because I seen a little deal with
they playing the Cardinals.
Murray and Russell Wilson.
Now, if you pick the Cardinals, I would.
No, I'm taking Seattle. I'm going to keep riding with the smart money, and sooner or later it's going to hit.
I'll just pick the opposite team.
Well, we got Zach Tilley over here. He said, "What's up, YouTubes?" He's still in my line. Tim Moore. He says Dallas is worse than the Jets. Alan V. Kobe Ellis. He said Falcons. I thought Falcons won that game. They were up. Falcons were up.
Like they always are.
You mean they lost that game?
They lost it last seconds of the game
to a Georgia quarterback.
Detroit pulled it out.
Wow. Ed said go Big Blue. I wonder what blue that is. It might be Michigan. We got a lot of different fans over here. Killamine says crying to SEC. I ain't crying. Andrew Parker's got a question. I'm gonna ask it of you, Billy, before we get into our soapbox. What do y'all think about going with Maurer going forward, adding another dimension to the offense with a true RPO quarterback? I've heard some things that he was suffering from some mental problems like depression or something, concussion. What was that I read?
That's what.
Why they're not starting him?
Depression, like just a lot of things.
Yeah, he's on some medication there.
Yeah, and I even heard that he was, thinking about committing suicide.
Oh, I did. That was earlier in the year. Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. Especially with a young kid dealing with all the stuff that he has to deal with.
Yeah.
And of course now, put him in the mix with the controversy with the quarterback situation. That's even more pressure. As far as going with him forward, he didn't do anything to make me say it's time to put him in there.
Yeah.
The coaches, when he was in there, they didn't call plays as if they was trying to win with him in the game. Even though we're not winning, you still, when you put your backups in, and there still should be competing, with that much time on the clock. That's the one thing that when I was looking at and I was watching the game, and I really started watching it when the coaches quit because they stopped calling plays. Once they put him in the game, they didn't call any plays to help the kid in any situations. We still had 2 minutes on the clock, and they went for it on 4th and 2. We ran the ball. You don't run the ball with 4th and 2 and got 2 minutes on the clock.
I think we ran it on 3rd and 7 too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The series we did that on?
Exactly. It's just I don't get the play call, and that kind of tipped me off.
Well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say what I want to say. This is our show. We can say how we want to say it, can't we, Billy?
That's most definitely.
All right, here's what I got to say. How come we don't have any tight ends? Why aren't we utilizing a tight end? Surely there's somebody that's 6'5", 250 that can run pretty decent and got some hands on the team. When's the last time? Name a play this year that we threw the ball to the tight end. Can you think of one?
Not one, Bobby. We just started throwing it deep.
Wouldn't that take, I know I'm an expert coach / truck driver, retired truck driver, but doesn't that tight end take a lot of pressure off of them especially in man coverage or even in zone, that can clear a lot of stuff out, and he can come in behind the routes. I mean, I don't know. What do you think? Am I going crazy? We used to use we always had a tight end.
Yeah, I mean, we never really had a tight end, Bob.
Well, Jason Witten.
No, Jason was an accident.
Oh, he was an accident? What do you mean by that?
Jason was an accident. I'm going to sit here and tell you because there was never any plays designed to go Jason Witten.
Then how come he got so many throws?
He didn't get a lot of throws, Bobby.
Well, he made some touchdowns, I remember, against Arkansas.
That's because it was a big
Michigan.
play. It was a big play, Bobby. It was a big play.
Well, I still think he's a good tight end.
Yeah, he's a good tight end, most definitely. We've had a lot of great tight ends. We just never utilized tight ends. Never.
And do we even have a fullback on scholarship?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. They don't line up in those formations anymore, Bobby.
Why?
Bobby, I'm not the offensive coordinator.
Because I don't know when that clock broke, because it used to work.
Well, that's the problem. It's broke. They got to fix it.
So who do you put that on? The coaches?
Coaches. It's called scheming. If you don't have the right scheme for the kids that you got, it's not going to work. So until they find the right scheme for JG, Mauer, Harrison Bailey, our offensive line, we're in trouble. Because what I'm seeing, I'm going to tell you this here. I saw 2 plays yesterday that was executed beautiful. Actually, 3. 2 was touchdowns, and one of them was when he stepped out of bounds. And they was perfect. Play action, down the field, stretching the field. That's how you beat Bama. You got to spread them guys out, and they're begging you to throw it over the top because they know they have great corners that can cover any receiver in the country. Because they know those corners are going to knock the ball down or pick it off.
We got to do something. I mean, Jeremy Pruitt, we need to stop with this fire Jeremy Pruitt stuff. That just needs to stop.
Yeah, that's just. Bobby.
And I got some people to call out that said they're done watching them for the year. They're sick of this Tennessee football. They're going to come back next year. I've got some screenshots of that. And they were also complaining last night on Facebook about plays and this and that and players and JG. I'm like, if you quit watching, how come you know so much about the game?
They ain't gonna quit watching, man.
Well, then quit saying you're gonna quit watching.
Oh man, I love that, but the fans have a reason to be angry. I mean, I'm angry, but it's just I know how to put it behind me. That's just as a player, as a coach, the game is played one play at a time, one game at a time. Once that play over with, ain't nothing I can do about that play to get it back. So I worry about the next play. So right now, I'm not even worrying about that no more. I'm worrying about Arkansas now.
Is that who we play next?
That's who we play next.
That's going to be a tough
Arkansas.
I'm calling it right now.
We got to go to Arkansas.
I'm calling it right now.
What you calling?
Arkansas is going to beat Alabama.
I'll take it.
How come did they win a game last year, or if they did, they just won one? I don't remember.
Arkansas 2 games.
They won 2 games last year.
Past 2 years, it was 2.
They get a new coach, Pittman from Georgia, offensive line coach, which is rare in this kind of offensive happy football that we're living in. Pass. I mean, it's not a bad hire, but he goes out and he kicks butt with inferior talent.
Well, Bobby, let me tell you something about that. That's why I keep telling people about this, man. It's all about the coach too, man. If you get a coach that can make the kids believe in what you're trying to do, and they're willing to listen, you're going to have a good situation. He's building something that's going to be nice. And when I heard him at the press conference when he was telling everybody that he ain't going nowhere else unless they get rid of him.
He ain't going anywhere. We can't afford it for one. And number 2, he's our coach.
That's what he said, and Coach Pruitt, I guess Pruitt is old school, man. He's all about football. He's just going to get some more troops around him to execute what he needs to have happen. And right now, I mean, I'm still confused with the D-line firing of the coach.
Yeah, something happened there.
Yeah, it's I just smell a rat in there somewhere. I don't get it.
Oh, we got an update. Patrick Mahomes just got sacked, Ryan. Your team's going down.
Yeah, it's a low-scoring game too.
Kansas City's punting. That's a good punt. Oh, my gosh.
Nice.
That's as close to the goal line as you can get. That's on the 6-inch line.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's nice.
57-yard punt, and it goes down. Look at this, Billy. That's at the 2-foot line, 1-foot line.
Yeah, so they're going to have to run it out. Quarterback sneak.
There might be a safety here.
Nah, it won't be a safety.
Let's see what our experts say it in YouTube's over here.
He's called it the expert. Who's the experts?
Alabama's going to destroy Arkansas. I don't know. That's going to be my sleeper. Arkansas has been killing people on defense. Travis Adair says. Henry Riddle said Titans missed game winner because they had that game if it had made it to overtime.
Yeah.
Arkansas hired the best offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator in the offseason. Who is our defensive coordinator?
Who? I don't even know. Who is our defense?
Is that Ainsley? Or did he leave? Shoot, we've had so many coaching changes in the last year or so, I can't keep up with it. Yeah, Henry Riddle said it is Ainsley.
Yes, it is.
Our tackling, bro. Our tackling. I wonder if they do pursuit drills like when y'all were in school.
What do you mean?
You know, you used to tell me about how hard these pursue drill after pursue drill after pursue drill in practice when you were playing. Mm-hmm. They need to be doing something like that. They must not be doing the same pursuit drills that y'all were doing.
Bobby had that. That wasn't pursuit drills. That was getting your butt kicked drills.
Yeah.
Our defensive tackles was in the – hey, they was back there with the linebackers all game.
everything.
Yeah, man.
Hmm. Huh. I don't know what's going on. Should be the microphone.
Do a quick speed test.
No, it's with this. Huh. I don't know what's going on. We got any audio at all? Now we hear us. Well, what was going on?
They said they can hear us now.
There we go. We're back on. I don't know what happened now. Well, anyway, we're back up. So what were we even talking about?
Well, you was trying to play something for me.
I said you was right about Callaway.
Oh.
I don't know if we might have a callboard issue. I mean, we got a really nice mixer over here. We might have to send that back and say, what's up? This happened the other day. I got another one. I got a spare one. Anyway, how you doing, Shane Bentley? The Falcons pulling. The Falcons, hold up.
No,
the Chiefs just score a pick six.
There's no way. Oh, my gosh. Tampa Bay back up, Bobby, 14-10.
Are they really?
Yeah.
I thought the Raiders could win that one.
I don't think they're winning, bro. Brady will pull it out by a touchdown or more.
Huh. This is a pick six. Look, watch this. Denver. It's snowing out there. He just jumped that route. That's like D good. In the championship game. Pick six. Golly. I agree, David Newcomb. He says last season we didn't lose a game after the Bama game.
Well, it'd be nice to go on that run. I would love to have that happen. Because, we don't have anybody really that's, I would say, that's dominant left on the schedule, Bobby.
What is our schedule?
Let's see. I'll pull it up.
Pull it up right now. Travis Adair said Pruitt has shown a complete lack of stability with the defensive line coach firing. There's something happened there internally. I don't know if it was all on performance. I think something happened. I just don't know what it is.
Okay, so we got the bye week here, and we got Arkansas.
That's going to be a tough out.
And then A&M comes in, which that will be a big game because they're ranked number 8. And then we got Auburn at home. And then we got Vandy. And then the last game, which is the big game, we got the Gators.
The only real game that we sure enough should win is a Vandy game. So I thought A&M, they're our next home game.
Yes. We'll have 3 straight home games. Starting with A&M.
A&M, then who?
I'll take that back. The rest of our games will be home.
Wow.
After Arkansas.
Is Florida at home?
Florida's at home.
Oh, we're beating Florida. I hate to tell you, Ryan, over here on YouTube, so we're beating you.
Don't get Ryan.
Killer Mime says we're beating Florida. If Killer Mime says we're beating Florida, we're beating Florida. What's up, Justin Sanday? How you doing? We thought we'd get on here for more important issues and let y'all vent.
Man, I just thought about it. Florida, they can score some points, man. That's the thing that scares me. Now, the only thing that really scares me is not the teams that throw the ball that scares me. It's the teams that can run the ball.
Well, it doesn't look like Ryan is in the comments, so I'm going to go ahead and say what I hear him hearing. That Trask to Pitts tight end combination, it's one of the best in the country. Have you seen that Kyle Pitts, their tight end at Florida?
No.
He's good.
Is he?
Yeah.
Florida, they've had some pretty good tight ends lately, man. Probably need to start calling them tight ends.
Oh, I see Ryan back over here. I mean, that tight end y'all got over there, Ryan, is a chump. Nah, Yimmy, the only reason I say we're beating Florida is because Crying Ryan Trick, is a Florida fan. And I like getting him worked up. So if you were coach, what would we be doing right now in this off week? If you were coach, what do we do to fix this?
Start back from scratch.
Fundamentals.
That's what it's going to be this week. If they're not, something's wrong. They're going to have to start with tackling drills, pursuit drills until they throw up. They got to figure out the defensive line. We got to find some defensive tackles that can push the middle. But that's where we're hurting at right now. If we can't do anything up front with the DTs, we're in trouble. But that's where it all starts at. That's where the ball is at.
None of our defensive tackles look like they even seen biscuits and gravy in their entire life. They're not. They ain't got no umph to them. It don't look like.
I don't know what they have, man. I mean, because I'm looking at the kids. They have the size. I mean, but they're not doing. They're not playing SEC football. They're not getting off the ball. They're not putting their hands in nobody's chest. They're not getting in the backfield. They're not making plays. I don't know anybody that plays football that don't want to make plays. And I'm telling you, I couldn't do it. I mean, if their defense is designed to be tackling dummies for the linebackers or whatever, I couldn't play in that scheme. I got to be able to make plays, do my job, and go do something, because what I saw was a whole lot of catching and not a lot of tackling. So there was a lot of kids on skates.
We got more missed tackles on our team than I've seen.
Yeah, we did.
Well, I can't say ever, because it's like this every year, Billy. Every year for the last 7, 8, 9 years, it's been we just don't tackle, and that's a technique. Do you not coach tackling? It's not one of those things where you got it or you don't. You ought to know how to tackle.
Well, I mean, I know they're practicing it. You got to do that. I mean, and I'm gonna tell you that, man. This week, this off week here, it's not an off week. It's gonna be like 2-a-day camp.
What was it like after a loss when you was playing? Walk us through the week. Does he come blow the whistle on Sunday morning and get y'all's butt out of bed, or does he give you Sunday off? What's it like? You start on Monday. What's it like?
Everything we did, we started on Monday. I think nowadays they start on Sundays. Sundays was off days and recuperation, and go into the training room for the injured guys and stuff like that to get better. Monday was crunch time. It was go back to work, figure out what we did, figure out our mistakes, and try to fix them. I don't know what they're going to do to fix what they're making mistakes on right now, Bobby, because their mistakes that they're making, to me, is personnel and coaching. That's not easy to fix, because what I saw offensively.
Well, personnel's not easy to fix because it takes you a little while to swap personnel out. It ain't like you can go pick somebody up off the waiver wire.
They need to do something, Bobby. They need to do something. I don't know what it's going to take for them to get it, but right now I don't see it. I just don't see. I don't see the dogs. I don't see, like, for instance, when they was playing all them dang on offensive line videos before each game, where they're at now.
Mm-hmm.
Find something to motivate them. I don't know what it takes to motivate those kids, because if Al Wilson could motivate them last week, I don't know what's going to motivate those kids.
Yeah.
And
we can't get to the quarterback.
We need a quarterback. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm just gonna say this, and I'm gonna be blunt with it. I don't think Chaney is the man we need. I think we need a young, new, fresh blood that no one has ever heard of to come in and just change the culture on offense. Let's do something. Let's go 5 wides and throw it. Or if we can run it ball, let's line up and wishbone and run it down their throat. But we got to find something that we're good at. And I haven't seen anything that we're good at, whether it's passing or running. I haven't. I haven't even seen it on defense, what we're good at. I can't say we got great defensive ends because I don't see the pressure. I can't say we got great linebackers because I don't see anything besides number 11 making plays.
Yeah, he's out there everywhere.
I can't say the DBs are shut down DBs because all I see is them making shoestring tackles down the field. I don't see them knocking the balls down. It's a lot of things that needs to be fixed on defense and offense. It's not and I will say it every time. There's not anybody position over there that I can say is safe except for number 11 on defense.
What did Eric Westmoreland said? Nothing motivates you like that bench.
That bench will motivate you real quick. I'm telling you.
Right? We need to start using that bench.
Well, I don't know how they're gonna do it because they don't have nobody on the bench to bring in to motivate anybody off the bench. For instance, anybody in their right mind say we should have put somebody else in at quarterback this week? No.
It wasn't JG this week.
He did a good job this week. He managed the game like he should have been doing all year. And it's just still, it's the play calling. Put the kids in some simple, find what they do well and do it. Because, hey, those deep balls look dang good to me. He gave his player a chance to make the catch.
All right, I got Arkansas beating Alabama, or at least giving them a run. Who do you think has the best chance of beating Alabama? Who do you think is going to surprise Alabama? You said, who did you say earlier, Mississippi State?
I'm going to take Leach, man. I think Leach should be able to confuse that defense. And, being that he's an offensive mastermind in a sense, I think he will help the defense figure out how to get to the quarterback. Hopefully, the key to that stopping that offense is having a good defensive line that can get in the backfield. And that's what I told you. I picked Clemson last year to smash Alabama because I knew they had the defensive line to be able to penetrate, get in the backfield.
They didn't. Well, they did, but then they got LSU. LSU put a whooping on them last year.
That's what I'm saying. Well, LSU. Clemson did it to LSU.
Yeah.
If they can get into the backfield, there's nothing that offense can do because it's hard. Now you got the quarterback scrambling, trying to figure out what to do with it because he typically have one player to throw it to when he have that little play action stuff.
Henry Riddle has a good idea on YouTube.
What's that?
We need to bench some coaches.
If that motivates them. Because, I think I heard old Pruitt say something like that. He said, in this business, nobody's job is safe.
Yeah, including his.
Oh, my goodness.
He's going to run that back for a touchdown.
You see that?
Come on, Denver. You can't tackle. You look like Tennessee out there.
Oh, my God.
My goodness.
Yeah, I like that. Hey, bench some coaches and see what happens. Start inviting some coaches in and doing some interviewing. They know you're doing some interviewing. Maybe start getting in the players' tails and make them wake up. That's a kickoff.
Uncle Lou's over here flapping his gums, said we need to fire the defensive line coach, which was Pruitt this past week. I hear you, Lou. I hear you.
Oh, man. Hey, I'll tell you this. I didn't see anything that looked good on that defense line if he coached them doing anything last week in practice. And if he did, I'm going to tell you this here. He didn't have enough time to teach them nothing.
Yeah.
This week, he has time. He better go back to the basics, teach these kids pad leverage, hands, get offs, and that's all you need to do. Nothing special.
Well, that's what you just tell me downstairs, that first step.
Special. Get off, hands, eyes inside. Get off, hands, eyes inside. That's it.
Lou says only 2 more payments to Butch Jones and we'll be able to afford another buyout.
Hey, that might be what needs to happen. Well, actually, I take that back because we got a buyout that we just paid now. The D-line coach, he's still on.
He's still on payroll. Yeah, he gets paid for the rest of the year. He gets his contract paid out probably.
Yep.
So you think T? Let me ask you something. I know you're biased, but you'll tell it like it is. T was your teammate.
Mm-hmm.
You told him to keep his helmet on. You was gonna get the ball back, and that's what happened. So you know him. Would you put T as offensive coordinator?
I like it. You know,
He was at Kentucky. He was at USC.
You know, I would say try it. You know, I know he'll be a lot cheaper.
Yeah, 1.5
but I don't think they
million.
really give T that kind of power. I don't.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. I think, you know, if they're going to do it, get another coordinator. I mean, I like it if they're going to hire within, but they're going to have to go get one of these juggernauts that's changing the whole process of offenses. Where I'm talking about creating new offenses, where stuff that you've never seen before is the routes or across different things. And right now, if I was to say who to go get, I don't even know the guy's name, but what this Liberty team is doing down there, and Liberty,
yeah, we need to look up who that is.
I don't know who
They've been throwing up
Freeze
some.
has as offensive coordinator and quarterback coach, because if you go watch this team, guys, I told Catfish, I said Liberty would be on my pick every week.
And they have. They've covered some big spreads playing halfway decent teams. They're coming out of nowhere. You know what I think we get wrapped up in as Tennessee fans, because especially if it's somebody from the 90s, is, hey, they played here, they got to be a great coach. Yeah, we heard that with all these, we need to get this guy and this guy, get Clutcuff Black and all this stuff. I think we get too enamored with, you know, being a Tennessee former player and bringing them in here as coaches. That's not what Alabama's doing.
Well, the thing is, nobody.
Alabama goes to the VFW and finds some washed-up head coach from out west and brings him in as a counselor, and the next thing you know, he's offensive coordinator and they're throwing up points.
Mm-hmm. That's right. I mean, it's all about getting the best man for the job, or best lady, if that's what it takes. I am not, you know, I like the team hiring or whatever. I mean, I'm glad he came back. I'm glad we got Jay. I'm glad he came back. You know, this is the
But I like
time.
Gillespie too, and he's a Gator.
These are the first time in history that we had two former guys on the sideline like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, that's not Tennessee way. They don't do that. And you know, there's been many times that there should have been other hires that they didn't do. And of course, it's because of the coaches that was in there. You know, like for instance, Bush Jones.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna see what's going on over here on YouTube, and I'm gonna draw some winners out over here.
We got it. Any questions?
Uncle Lou says we don't need for Hugh Freeze. I know we don't need him, but his whoever that offensive coordinator is. Of course, it might be him. I don't know. Darkness God. It don't make me feel any better, Darkness God, that Missouri beat Kentucky. Pruitt just needs 5 or 20 more years.
No, who said that had to be
Uncle, yeah. He's just over here stirring the pot. That's all he does, stir the pot. He's the world's greatest pot stirrer.
Oh man.
Well, I'm gonna let's give some stuff away on volunteerroadshow.com. A profile winner. I think I'm gonna give him a hammock. That's what I gave one out yesterday. These are nice hammocks, Billy. Have you seen these? You haven't seen these, have you? They're really nice. They're about $50. I'm gonna give one away right now. I'm gonna just spin the wheel. I got a wheel on my mouse that'll spin and it'll land on one. I just gotta get it up here. Hold on a second. I'm logging in. I'll get you a winner here in just a second. Whoops. Didn't hit the right cursor.
Let's see. Let's check Facebook out too, man. I don't think we gave anything on Facebook.
Well, we're just doing profiles right now. Just
Okay.
profiles.
Okay,
So they
that's
can
fine.
go join volunteerroadshow.com and start a profile, and we'll be calling out some winners here. All right, hold on just a second. I'm pulling up our website. Where'd it go? Nope, he's one of our riders. He's not eligible. Let me spin this thing again.
Now, I'll tell you, would be nice if they were to, they got a coach over there right now. Coach Caldwell can handle the defensive line.
Yeah, that's right. What's his job title?
I forgot what he is. I forgot what he said.
I don't know if he wants that headache, because when we were sitting in his office, he was talking to a realtor.
He was
He was talking
with his chest out like that.
he was talking to the realtor about getting the house inspected. I think he got 1 foot in the door, 1 foot out on the golf course.
Because he said, hey, I ain't going nowhere else. I'm done. This is it.
All right, Matthew Chambers, profile winner of a Tennessee hammock.
Yeah, I see. And then I think someone said John Chambers for defensive. Hey, that would be a good hire over there. I mean, like, Coach Chambers would be a good defensive line coach. He'd be a good one.
You don't think he's washed up? I think he's ready to retire. How old is he?
Man, Coach would take that in a heartbeat.
Would he?
I think he would. I actually think Coach Brooks would come back.
Oh man, now that would be great.
Coach Brooks, I mean, he right down. Hey, I'm telling you, all of my coaches.
We need to take a ride down there and see if we can't take him for a slow ride in the country and say, hey, come back to the hill, capiche?
Oh man, I don't think he wanted to. Do it, but I think I'm gonna call Coach and see
We need-
just to talk to him. And I know if we get him on the show, he'll be saying the same things that I'm saying. He's just gonna say we still got to get some players in there to play that position.
Well, that's probably true.
Because he still believes they have a long way to go. He said those few years when they got those different coaches and changes and stuff, it hurt recruiting in Tennessee. But it showed helped me in Clemson.
Yeah, I got your email, Henry. I'll get that out to you today. We'll get it out to you today. I've got a lot of packages to send out today. Well, anyway, Matthew Chambers, email me, bobbyc@volunteerroadshow.com. From the email address that you signed up for your profile, and I'll get you out a free. I'm just assuming you're a Tennessee fan, but we got hammocks from about all of the SEC teams here. Looks like you're a Tennessee fan, judging by your picture, but we don't know. If you want another team, we'll get that one for you. So anyway, let's get out of here, Billy. Let's go see if our billboard's up on 40 yet between White Road and Campbell Station. All right, guys, y'all know what's coming next. Thanks for tuning in. Go Vols. I tell you what, next week, Billy, this coming week, I'm going to be spot on all my picks. I'm going to make some people some money. I promise you that.
How about I go on a bye week and let you just pick and try to catch up with some of the W's?
Oh, don't start this. We're trying to end this show, and now you're trying to get me riled up.
Oh, man. Hey, I'm just trying to help, man. That's what I do. Let me help you. And then I'll just turn around and say, what's up?
Dyron's on here. He said something. Do you think was he one of your boys that did the what's up? He says we're just fine. Need to be patient. I can see the growth. The issue is they're still juniors and seniors from the great previous coach. Great example, JG. All right, we're gonna end on that. Thank you, Dyron. D-Rob, what's up?
D-Rob, man. You're right, man. I still need to get a dog, man. I keep saying I'm going to get one of your dogs one day. Of course, my lady won't let me have another one. Especially
No, we can't handle another one in this
especially
house.
as big as your dogs are.
Cozy is huge. All right, we'll see.
You want to see his dogs. They make Cozy.
Oh, I've seen him on Facebook. He's got some nice ones.
Facebook dog. That means those pictures don't show justice.
Yeah. All right, guys. Go Vols.